Welcome to Call of the Pen. Today is October 17th. We are flying, and we're in the middle of the CS series, Steve. And we didn't get a chance to talk about the winners of the DS, and I guess we were like 50-50 on most of them.
Yeah.
It looks like the Padres just pissed off the Dodgers. Did you see, like, when the Padres won game 3, you would have thought like they won the whole thing. They were just so excited in the stadium. Coach is excited, the manager's excited, and it's just like, and then the Dodgers come in a bullpen game, and then it's over.
I know, dude. I was pretty shocked. No, the Dodgers threw Yamamoto. He went 5 innings.
No, but game 4 was a bullpen game.
Oh yeah. We didn't talk about that one.
Yeah, they got shut out.
Yeah, dude. I was pretty shocked. I mean, I really thought the Padres, had they won that series, had a chance to win the whole thing. I just like that team.
I think it's just so hard to win when you know all you need is one more, and it's not like an elimination game. So like at game 4, you know they couldn't go back to Dodger Stadium. It's just so hard to win that last game to get over the top. That when you have other games left, but the Dodgers were just like, they were the better team at the time, and it hurt that Darvish wasn't amazing.
He pitched he pitched all right. I mean, he went 6-2. The thing that killed them for me is the game before that. Cease going inning in 2/3 and giving up 3 runs. Like
that was a letdown.
Really good. Like he's super let down. Because they got to dive into the bullpen right away. Yeah, he had a bad playoff run, but good season, bad playoff run. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like I think that shot him in the foot. Because look, Darvish, I watched that game. I mean, he had them off balance still. He went 6 2/3, only gave up 2 runs.
Yeah, I'm saying it's it's just, what are you gonna do?
There's nothing you can do because the offense didn't show up. Back-to-back games, you got shut out. And credit to, by the way, Phillips. I mean, he threw in both those games and dominated. I don't think he gave up a hit.
No, he was a really good fireman
for the Dodgers. Evan Phillips.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you cut out there. Yeah. Oh no, amazing. I mean, he's outstanding. Vesia is nasty. It's a bummer he's hurt because I love watching that dude pitch. He's insane.
I met that kid in Philly or Miami, and just got to camp, introduced himself. Nice kid. I had no idea who he was, and then he got called up a little bit that year in the COVID year, and just could not buy an out. This poor kid. I mean, they talked about his ride and all this, and he just got crushed. And then they shipped him out, and then look at him now.
Yeah, I mean, well, anyone that goes to the Dodgers is gold. So, look at Kopech. I mean, obviously,
we called that when that happened. You said the Dodgers will figure that one out,
dude. I mean, obviously his stuff was really good. You were more worried about the mental side. Well, they got that cleared up. He had his first appearance in the playoffs, I think, was a little sketch, and then he figured it out, like got over it, and he's been basically unhittable. Treinen is Treinen, still the nastiest stuff in the big leagues.
So nasty.
I mean, he's like Clay Holmes on steroids for me.
Yeah. Like he's just a richer version of Clay Holmes.
Richer version. True. But yeah, I mean, dude, now the Dodgers are rolling. Like, they look good. I know the Mets smoked them the second game, and we'll get to it in a minute, but they're going to be tough.
Yeah, we'll move on. You know what's the Scooble game, man? I thought that was the Tigers. It couldn't be any better for those guys.
I know. You listen to his interview. It's so true. Lane's a first pitch ambush like master, and like all you got to do is throw it up across the zone, specifically up and in. And he's like, I just didn't get it up there. Like, he's trying to go up there, put it right down into his happy zone. Like, first pitch, I knew he was swinging. But man, I mean, what a huge spot for Lane. I mean, phenomenal guy, by the way, great teammate. I'm happy for him. But man, he did not miss.
No,
that was a heartbreaker. I was devastated. Like, I like the Indians, but like, this is such a good story.
Yeah, the
Detroit.
Tigers are a better story, and they got
It's
a
just
Cy
such a good
Young on
story.
the mound. It's better when there's a Cy Young in the mix in the playoffs, going deep. It's like he's a dude. It's like a Scherzer. It's like it's
Yeah.
exciting to watch TV for the aces to pitch. I barely watched last night. Bueller was amazing, but I
Right.
barely watched.
Yeah. Bueller was amazing. I didn't get a chance to watch too much either. I watched the back half of the game. Bueller was in complete control of that. But anyways, yeah, I mean, dude, Scooble, like, you're excited to watch that game, and you can just kind of see it all unfolding. But he gets bases loaded, you're like, no, he's good. Like, this guy works out
Yeah,
of this stuff, no problem. You never have a doubt. But I mean, if you're a Tigers fan, you got to be amped, for the next few years. Hopefully, they can put some other pieces in to help out. Because I mean, what's crazy is they traded some good guys that they weren't really trying to
yeah.
win this thing, and all of a sudden the team stepped up. Credit the
And they got
bullpen
an
on that.
ace. So when you got an ace, and then you got a young, athletic, fun team, I mean, you got a shot.
Yep, yep. I mean,
And
Hinch is the man. You can tell the guys love playing for him.
yeah, good manager, not afraid to take a risk. I mean, it looks like they were playing for him. I like that team a lot. I hope they can get some pieces. It's hard. It's hard for them to get. They'll never get out of the Javi Baez money, so they're stuck for a little bit.
Yep. By the way, before that grand slam, did you see Kerry Carpenter's at bat?
No,
Goes in with a blown out hamstring, pinch hits. I think it was the fifth, and maybe it was before that. I can't remember, but hits a double. Well, what would have been a double off the wall, a RBI double, but limps
no
the
way.
first. So only can get the first, and they left him in the game because he's such a. Then he ended up striking out in huge situations. But dude, talk about like gutsy.
Especially
It's
like
like
a pulled
remind me
hand.
of. Yeah, I mean he's literally like hobbling the first, just just getting there. Like give him a walker.
I watched his at bat against Clase. I mean, it was still a good at bat. I mean, he got his doors
I
blown
know.
off in the end, but still a good at bat.
Yep. That dude's a stud.
Yeah, that's a weapon
Big
right
fan.
there.
Big fan. Oh, I mean, Classe, yeah, but I'm talking about Carpenter.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, Carpenter.
Oh, okay. Anyways, let's go. Let's talk about the with Yankees, Cleveland, and I can't say Guardians, man. It's tough.
Well, Yankees and the hold on. Let's talk about the Mets. My Mets call for beating the Phils.
Yeah, you did call that. Oh, good point. We didn't talk about that either.
I couldn't have been happier.
I mean, well, yeah. By the way, do you want the Mets to beat the Dodgers here? Now that
I
they've
don't
made the
think
next round?
baseball wants. I don't think anyone in like the baseball owners. They want it's Dodgers Yankees. Like baseball's going to find a way to make Dodgers Yankees happen.
Yeah, I mean, but Mets Yankees would be sick too.
Mets Yankees would be amazing too.
But yeah, Dodgers Yankees, of course. But dude, I don't know. They handled the Phillies.
Yeah,
No problem.
like we said, like they just moved the baton. You just see the pressure of the Phillies. They were just trying to do too much, and that's just the way that roster is. They go how Bryce goes, but there's not enough contact. Once again, Trey Turner doesn't show up in the playoffs, and I told you that one. They're gonna have his head on a. They didn't want his head next year. Like if that for his money, like he's got to perform in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's tough. But credit to Sean Manaea.
Yeah,
He's I mean, last couple of years didn't really go his way. He's kind of okay. This year, like he was nails, and then playoff Sean, like
well, how about in the
he's a
middle of
real
the year
deal.
he watches Sale and then just changes mechanics to be Chris Sale in the middle of the year? Who does that and dominates?
I didn't know that. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
they play the Braves. He watched Sale pitch, and the next day he goes to throw his bullpen and starts throwing
That's
firing.
right. I did see that. The Sidearm Nation posted that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
amazing.
it's awesome.
And like I thought for the last 2 years, I just thought he was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But he got a ton of punchies last year with the Giants for some as a long reliever.
Yeah. I mean, he looks outstanding in playoffs. You got Q who's been throwing lights out. Like I like where they're at.
They got to be perfect. I mean, they got to be perfect to beat the Dodgers. And Severino last night was way too amped. Way too amped.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, actually, that's another guy too. Talk about bounce back season. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he was good with Yankee. He wasn't this good though. I mean, that sweeper is like things like legendary.
Felt like he got away from the sinker. He had a good sinker last night. He didn't throw it too much.
But yeah, you're right. The Mets have to be near perfect to beat the Dodgers. The thing they have going for them is the back end of the bullpen. You said you saw Edwin throw the other night. He looked great.
Amazing. He looked amazing.
And Ryan Stanek in the playoffs has been, and he's been there before. You know, he's been outstanding. That's a huge asset to them because this season he wasn't himself. So I mean, dude, I think the Mets are still. I know they got the break speed off them twice, 2 out of 3 now. What's that?
They could win today. They got to win the next 2.
No. Well, that's what I'm saying. I still think they're in like decent shape. Like I'm not too worried about them.
No, I mean that's the good thing is you get lost 8-0, but it's only one game.
Yep. So I mean, look, they lost 9-0. You know, whatever. You know, smoked them the second game, the Dodgers. I mean, and then the Dodgers smoked them 8-0. But I'm looking at the bullpen usage. They got to ride on McGill for a little bit. Their guys, their dudes are going to be.
Yeah, that saved them.
Yeah, exactly. So
that saved them a lot. And then the Dodgers only Buehler threw 90 pitches in 4 innings, but he did look better last night.
A lot better. 6 Ks, 2 punches, 3 hits.
Well, the last start he had no Ks, so
he had that edge about him yesterday. Like he comes off the mound just screaming like after a big strikeout, like he just fired up. You know, it's good to see that out of him again.
And had bases loaded, 1 out, and he went punchy, and he made some pitches. 3-2 count pitches was 3-2 curveball Lindor. That's some nuts right there.
Yeah, I think on one of his sweepers I saw on social media, it was like 27 inches of horizontal break. I mean, that is insane.
They fixed something in his bullpen for sure. Everything was tight, just good, tight, late break.
Yep. So if they got him rolling and they win the series, it's going to be tough for whoever plays them. If they, like I said, if they win the series.
Yeah, I got a text last night. Someone's like, can anyone beat the Yankees? I'm like, the Dodgers? Easily. Not easily, but the Dodgers?
Mm-hmm.
That would be an amazing series, by the way.
It would be insane. Now that you mention it, I was like, I kind of want the Mets to win, so it'd be like a Subway series. Like, nah, I want the Dodgers. That's such a such a heavyweight battle.
That is Shohei showing up in the Yankee Stadium, Judge, and our whole debate that we had earlier in the year about Judge and Ohtani gets to go off. And meanwhile, you got Soto there, who's really the better player of all of them.
You're saying, remember that? I remember that conversation. I agreed with you that Judge should be the MVP because Ohtani's not pitching. But who's showed up in the playoffs so far?
Well, let's see. Judge hit a homer the other day. Ohtani
you did. Yeah.
Ohtani has like 1 hit with no runners on, but he's got a ton of hits with runners on. So I guess
0 hits. 0 hits, I'm pretty sure, with no runners on. So who's more valuable?
Well, I mean, they went either way.
Yeah.
They would have made it to where they're at either way without both of them. Giancarlo Stanton is the MVP of the American League ALCS right now.
Oh my goodness, he's on a heater.
When that guy gets on a heater, you just watch out.
It's scary, dude. It's terrifying. But let's talk about Judge real quick. Did you see that homer he hit?
I did.
They showed like I forget how high it was vertically, but above the dish when he made contact. But it was obviously up there. He's a monster. So they compared that to when Altuve's hitting. It was like over his head.
Why does Altuve got to get thrown into it?
I don't know. Just catching strays. But just to put in perspective, like how ridiculous that homer was. Like, what was it? 96, like with some serious ride up in the zone, above the letters, and he still hit it out.
But he's got that uppercut swing. He made that swing. I asked him when I was at the All-Star game. I said, "Did you have just made that swing for that stadium?" And he goes, "Yeah, obviously."
It's that hitting coach he had. That I forget his name, the older guy. He's like trying to teach everyone to drop the bat, and then I don't know. It works for Judge.
Yeah, because he's 7 feet tall. Because his drop is normally in the middle of the zone.
Yeah, but that's where you can beat him, though. It's up in the zone. up and
Yeah,
in, especially anything that leaks
I went
back.
on him all day, every day.
Yeah, that's the play. Where Gaddis threw that ball, I think it was Gaddis, was in his, in the spot where you can beat him. He just got to it.
It was a little bit. I mean, you let him extend his arms though. A little bit. It wasn't up and in. It was more out over.
Yeah, but if you look at his hot cold zone, like that's a cold area for him.
Yeah.
What's pretty cool, by the way, I don't know if you've seen this. I just happened to click on like TBS, or not TBS. It was broadcast on TBS, True TV, and they have like Dexter Fowler, some other guys on there, and they're showing all the like analytics during the game. They're just having a conversation like we are, and they show the hot cold zones up here, and then they show the pitchers like sequences, what percentage of fastballs he's throwing, all that stuff, and then like the bottom tickers, like kind of like the what they do well or what they do terrible, the hitter, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of interesting to watch. So for a judge, like up across the zone was no go. Or good, I mean, for a pitcher, no go for him, and so that's why I brought that up.
You know what we should do, or we got to figure it out though, how to me and you can commentate with the game in the background. I could easily flip my camera around and we could just watch it.
Right. But I thought about that, but it's like we're gonna be there's gonna be delays and stuff, like something's gonna happen on your TV and I'm behind 5 seconds. You're freaking out. I'm like, oh, what a pitch! I'm like, what? They ruined it.
We need a IT guy.
Yeah, someone with an IT talent, come message us, DM us.
Our editor, we're gonna ask Aiden. Aiden can figure it out.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, and I'm glad we're talking about the Yankees still, because I want to talk about Rizzo. You know what's going on with him, right?
Yeah, like a broken hand.
Yeah, broken hand, dude. He gets 2 knocks the other day. RBI, I think it was an RBI double, one of them, with a broken hand, where you can see he clearly is pulling his hand off the bat, swinging with his left hand, essentially, and still getting it done.
That guy, after that ankle thing, where this guy's ankle was basically black and blue and it was a balloon, and he went out and hit an opposite field homer and then made a play for a bunt play. I'm just like, that guy's a whole nother level.
He's an animal. I mean, it's his glove hand too. So any ball, like I saw Chisholm throw an absolute laser across the diamond and Rizzo stretch and catch it. I'm like, I can't imagine what that feels like. That's gotta be brutal.
Well, what kind of? Hey, I never took painkiller, like a pain shot though. They must be giving him some good stuff.
He's on double dose of Toradol, whatever Lester was taking to get through his outings.
Yeah,
double down Toradol
in the world for Rizzo, man. Like that guy's a beat.
And I see people come, we don't want Rizzo in the game. We want John Birdie. Like, come on.
No,
Birdie's a good at bat. I will give you that.
I'll take Rizzo every day of the week.
He's a Gold Glover, exactly.
Yeah, and he's been there. Like he knows how to stay calm in the moment. Like this guy is built for all that. Like he's the guy.
And if you break a limb on him, he's going to go 3 for 4.
Yeah, like
he doesn't care.
He gets to hide in this roster where with the Cubs, he was the guy, but he gets to sit here and hide in this roster and watch. He might be the MVP of the World Series. Who knows?
I mean, dude, he hit 8th with a broken hand, had 2 knocks. So, I mean, it's incredible.
No, he's amazing. So who do you, so we're saying that, like, I don't think the Guardians can really match the Yankees. That series is just going to be, the Yankees got the easiest path possible to the World Series.
It is no doubt. They had to play 2, I agree. They had to play 2 Central teams. Which, again, the Central was actually kind of decent this year, but I mean, who we got? No, I know. I'm just saying it's great, but
American League just wasn't good.
You can't say the same about the Dodgers because, in my opinion, and everyone, people probably agree that the Padres very well could have been the better team, but like whoever won that series, that was for me like the world, like that's who's going to the World Series. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, do the Mets have a chance? Sure, but like, do I think the Dodgers are going to win? Yeah. I mean, who did we pick? We did. Yeah, we did. We did pick the Padres,
which I think should have happened. And when we picked, I picked the Mets.
We were hoping the Tigers. Our only pick that's staying alive is Mets and Yankees. So we both said Tigers. We're hoping for Tigers.
We were just hoping.
Yeah. But I mean, dude, today you got Schmidt pitching, who's outstanding,
Nasty.
and then you got Boyd. I mean, Boyd throwing six innings, I think, this postseason. I'm a little bit nervous about that matchup.
Yeah, and your boy Cobb, like, what are we doing here?
He hurt his back.
Yeah, he's 40 years old.
You could see it too. Like, I saw him throw a pitch. I was watching the game with Riss. I'm like, oh, he just got hurt. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I know, Alex. He just hurt. He just got hurt. And then they went out and ran out to check on him. I mean, you could just tell he was just wincing, spraying the ball. Sinker was flat.
Yeah, he barely pitched this year. For him, the adrenaline to get up that high for a 36, 37-year-old who hasn't pitched much this year is not good.
Yep. But yeah, Schmidt versus Boyd. You got Yamamoto for the Dodgers versus Q. It's gonna be a good day. Good pitching
Q's
matchups.
Throw a billion pitches in 5 innings and just have traffic everywhere and hopefully get out of it.
He is a master of that. 2 seamers up in the zone. All he throws is 2 seamers up in the zone. Good changeup. Breaking ball to get over the plate. Get me over.
Will bounce curveball. He will not give in.
He will not. He will. Oh, dude, it's going to be. I mean, he's so good at just picking those corners, picking his spots. He's going to walk you if he doesn't feel like dealing with you. Just nibble.
Yeah. So what's he going to do against this lineup? I mean, he's going to throw a billion pitches.
Yeah, he for sure is.
And then the Mets got to ambush Yamamoto because Yamamoto's fastball gets hit very hard. So they got to just try to get him to ambush the fastball before he gets to the, what's it called? The ghost? Like, how nasty is your pitch? It's called like the ghost or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. But this is the Mets' chance, man. They got to ambush this dude, get him out, wear out that bullpen again, get them tired.
Because they get 3 in a row. So it's whoever's bullpen gets worn out first.
Oh, no doubt. And the Dodgers used their guys. What was it? Yesterday. So.
Yep. They used all their guys in an 8-0 game?
No, they didn't use Phillips, but they used, I'll tell you right now, because I was looking at this earlier, Kopech, Trinan, Brazier. Is it Brazier? Is that how you say his name? He got a huge double play ball, by the way. And I've never heard of this guy. They let Casparius throw the last 2 innings. But you used Brazier, they'll use him in big situations. So let's say definitely 2 out of your, let's say 3 or 4 donkeys just got used again. So
that's dumb. I would have tried to stay away as much as I could.
Well, yeah, but the game wasn't out of hand until what?
I guess this 8th.
Yeah, so good job, Mets. Give it up so that way you don't have to use your guys. You know you're going to lose anyway. So
what the Mets need is they need to blow the Dodgers out. So don't use their guys, and then we get to game 5, and then that's the real game.
Straight firepower back and forth.
And then that's the real game that we're gonna get.
Yeah. Yep.
That would be ideal. They need a blowout. They got to blow them out.
Yep. Anyways, I'm excited. About today.
Yeah, let's see what they gave Yamamoto $300 million, and no one's ever seen him pitch over here. So let's see how that goes.
Yep.
All right, when do you want to talk about this again? I think we should, with the playoffs, probably talk more often, Steve.
Probably Saturday.
Okay. How's your house? Your house is held up in the storm?
House is great. We didn't even lose. I forgot to take out one of my water pool floats. That thing's still in the pool. Nothing happened. Did I send you videos?
No.
We had some friends in our church who's lost their house about 25 minutes away to a tornado. I mean, there was tornadoes everywhere. So I got I'll send you the footage. There's you can just see an F3 came through and wiped out this neighborhood, dude. It was crazy. So, I mean, there's one picture I have, and you can see on Instagram now, but it's literally a construction dumpster teetering on top of a roof. Just picked it up, threw it up there, just crazy, dude. So they got a little close. We were up north. Girls had fall break anyway, so we're like, well, let's just go see family and not be a part of this. And
yeah, that's what rich people do.
So, escape a hurricane.
Yeah, go to our other house. All right, we'll talk to you guys later this week. Let's go Mets.